Hey guys, so this is just a Asia session recap. I'll show you guys the total profits after, but right here, Asia session opens and an hour, like hour and a half in, we have an SMT form. So on NQ, we see that NQ sweeps this low here, and on ES, the low is not taken. So SMT form looking for a bullish bias here. So we're waiting for a CISD or a fair value gap to get inversed. Had a pretty late entry just because I did open the market pretty late, but we do have a CISD form here because should have entered through here, have a better entry, but ended pretty aggressively here at 30 contracts here. Retraced back down and added 20 more, so I'm in for about 50 here. And I'm targeting previous highs. So initially its first target was this high. So this high, 40 contracts out here. So about 1,000 right there. And then second target was the 2-point range, which was halfway mark of this high, which I couldn't really aim for this high, but secret profit. So this is around 2,000 here. So around 1,000 at this high and then this one here. So a couple minutes later, like half an hour later, another SMT did form. I was aiming for this 4 target, but it looks like an SMT formed. Use 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minutes usually the best times for me. NQ sweeps this high, and you can see on ES does not take this high. So usually I would take the trade on ES, but so entered like at the halfway mark here for 20 micros already. And then actually OT it tapped my OT. So it breaks down, didn't close, so I didn't add more. Ran back up, retapped. So this was what the initial entry was. It retapped OTE, so once it closed below this 0.5 mark, I added an extra 10 contracts, so I'm in for 30. Mitigated my stop loss, and then entry was basically around like something like here. So the trade played out to, let's see. So I was already up 2,000 about that point, and then let's see here. So I'm risking about 700 at this point, 700, and I'm targeting. Well, to be honest, I wasn't really targeting anything. I was just pushing all the way down to hit full TP to get past this eval. So something around here. So around like 2.5K. So that was the trade here. Looking once it broke through here, that's where the CISD was basically. Broke here, that's break even. So after that, mitigated be a break even. So risking basically a risk-free trade, guarantee 200 once you ran through. Not a lot. Good thing it wasn't a huge retracement because I probably would have right here would have gotten out, but broke through 200 on the day, and I'll show you guys the results of that. All right, so this is the AM session. We just went over Asia session, and this is the New York session. So 9:30 open, had a huge thing here, accumulation, distribution, and then basically accumulate, distribute, and manipulate. So I don't really look at that, but when market opened here, I see SMT did form, basically like Asia. It sweeps this London low, as you can see on NQ, takes this London low, but ES does not. So looking at this SMT form, looking for a CISD. So I'm looking at ES here. So once ES does not take this low and NQ does, we trace back up, a CISD did form here, change in state of direction. I entered a little aggressively here just because my confluence was everything I needed to see, A+ setup. I entered above this. It's not really a fair value gap or inverse fair value gap. I just was pretty confident, so I entered 15 contracts here on ES. And target this first partial here was 1, which was aligned with this previous day high, internal buy side. Took 5 contracts off, 10 in, and then I took the rest of the contracts off at 2 here. So that was the trade of the day. Basically, could have took the same trade on NQ, but ES just looked a lot better. See that? And this is a 2.5 risk. This is a 4 point something risk right here. So ES looked a lot better in my opinion, so I took the trade on ES, but same thing would have happened on NQ. entered here, target the highs, took a partial at 1, and then full TP at 2. Because you would aim for 4, but it wouldn't make any sense if it just ran through. So stop loss. So once it hit that CSD and closes above, I usually like to move my stop loss to break even. So I would have been break even here. But once it hits this 1, took a partial and then put it at the CISD to trade. So yeah, that was the trade recap for New York session. Was basically in for, once it hit here, yeah, 15 minutes of the day and then done. $1,000 in 15 minutes. College students make 17K in one day. So this was a trade here. Lucid wasn't in. This is the AM trade. But let me just cancel these just in case any of them's running. All right, perfect. So right here we have across these 4 accounts, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000 past the eval. And this is a funded account. Still on drawdown right now, but yeah. And then I just use the Top Step Practice account as a guide. It's a lot more better. Yeah, so that was basically the recap for March 2025 to 2026. 17.6K on the day. So all these are funded now, and 1,000 on the way. So max payout coming soon. Keep you guys posted when that happens. But peace out.